I've got a fun stability ball workout for you. We're going to begin in a standing position. Ball's on the floor in front of you. And have a nice wide stance with your legs. Bring your toes out gently. We're going to do some side lunging. So on your next exhale, bend your right knee over your right ankle. Bring your left arm on the ball. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, switch. Left knee over your left ankle, right arm on the ball. Keep moving like that. Exhale, switch. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lunge. Now, if you want to get more into this in regards to a bigger movement, bring your opposite arm back. So you're doing a gentle twist as you lunge. Belly button to your spine. And if you'd like this to be a little more cardio, you can pick up the pace. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. But as you pick up the pace, just make sure you're keeping yourself in the proper alignment. So form always trumps speed. And you're keeping your movement under control. Nice. You can look to your opposite arm if you want an even bigger twist. Inhale to center, exhale, twist. Strong core. 2 more sets. And once you finish, keep your feet just as they are. Pick up the ball. Your hands are at a 3 and 9 o'clock position on the ball. Really bright fingers. Squeeze. That's going to engage your upper body. And we're going to move into plies. So I got to move my feet in just a little bit. With plies, you sink down, squeeze the ball, push up. The more you sink down, the more intense the leg work will be. Now, if you want a bigger challenge with your upper body, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me a little better. You're going to move the ball up as you go down. Now, you're not going to feel anything in your upper body unless you're squeezing the ball. So create your own resistance here. Your torso is staying perpendicular to the ground. So visualize your back sliding up and down an imaginary wall with this one. If you'd like an even bigger challenge, you can hold your torso down and stay. You can decide whether or not you want to move with the ball. Of course, that makes that more challenging. Hang on for 5. Belly button to your spine. 2, 1, push up. Awesome. Bring your big toes together to touch. We're going to sit back into a squat, or what's known as chair pose in yoga. Make sure you're in your heels, not your toes. So you should be able to wiggle your toes and tuck your pelvis under. So instead of having a big curve here, which puts a lot of pressure on your lower back, tuck under, then sit back and down. The more you sit back and down, the harder this will be. We're going to do some movement with the ball in and out, almost like a chest press. So as we're moving with our upper body, we're keeping the lower half of our body as still as possible. So we're really getting a full body workout here. Legs are engaged. Core has to be working to keep your torso stable. And then, of course, upper body is working here. Squeeze the ball. Hang on. Sit down and back if you can. 3, 2, awesome job. Extend up. That'll feel good. Then meet me eventually in a seated position. We're going to do one of my favorite exercises. I have a love-hate relationship with it because it's tough. Inner thigh crunches. So for inner thigh crunches, you're going to come back on your hands. Fingertips are facing towards your feet. Now your feet are going to come to a 3 and 9 o'clock position instead of your hands. Squeeze the ball. Try to open in your chest instead of caving like this. Belly button to your spine. Inhale here. Exhale, roll in, knees towards your chest. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, roll in, belly button to your spine. To make this more challenging, lift the ball, pull in. Inhale out. Exhale, come in. Awesome. Keep breathing. The bigger your movement with your legs, the more challenging this one becomes. You're doing great. Almost there. Hang on. Last 4. Do what you can. 3, 2, one more good one. Awesome. Then drop your feet so they're in a V-sit position. Roll forward. That'll feel good on your lower back. Take a deep breath. On your next inhale, roll up. Transition to child's pose. So your big toes are together, your knees are mat width apart. Bring your hands to the ball and roll out. Then let your chest and your head hang heavy. So when you do child's pose on the ball or with the ball, you get a little more of an upper body stretch than you do when you're just on the mat, which I think is really lovely. So if it would feel good to nod your head yes a couple times or shake no to intensify this upper body stretch a bit, go for it. One more breath here. Then roll up on your next breath. Bring your belly to the ball. And then you can either keep your knees grounded or for a bigger challenge, tuck your toes under and push out. If you're doing this version, then the closer your feet are together, in other words, the narrower your base, the harder the exercises will be. It'll be harder to balance. The further your feet are apart, the easier it will be. So decide what your base looks like. Then we're going to do some movements with our upper body. So you're going to pretend like you're a swimmer. You're going to pull back and around. Now, I'm not much of a swimmer besides recreationally, and my favorite is the side stroke. But correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is the butterfly stroke. So that's what you're going for here. The bigger your movement with your arms and your upper body, the more intense this will be. You're trying to move there without letting the ball or the lower half of your body move. Belly button zipping, pulling away from the ball. Inhale up, exhale around. So this one's great for toning and strengthening your arms and upper back. It's also great for mobility in your shoulders. Nice. Hang on. And the faster you go, the more cardio it becomes. So if you want to pick up the pace, you're welcome to do that as long as you can stay in control. Hang on. 3, 2, good. Drop to your knees. Let yourself hang heavy over the ball. This is a great position to allow your vertebrae to separate a little bit. So in other words, it's great for your back. We're going to give our upper body a little break and do some strengthening for our lower back and our legs, starting with the double leg lift. So you're bringing your belly on the ball again. This time your hands are your base, so decide how far apart you'd like them to be. And then you want to be a little bit top heavy, so notice how my elbows are bent just a bit. Then bring your heels together. Inhale to prep, exhale, lift. Inhale down, exhale up. So the bigger your lift, the more challenging this exercise becomes. Once you've gotten into a top heavy position, your goal is to keep your upper body still and the ball still as your legs move. So squeezing our heels together helps us engage our inner thighs, so hopefully you're feeling that right now. Not only are your hamstrings, glutes, and lower back working, but your inner thighs should be firing up as well. Slow movement on the way down, slow movement on the way up. That ensures that we're using muscle and not momentum. Last 3, 2, one more good one. Smooth, nice. Roll to your knees, hang heavy. We've got one more exercise in store for our upper body. It's the Cobra on the ball. So when you're ready for it, once again, you can either stay on your knees like this, or for a bigger challenge, tuck your toes under, extend out, and decide how far apart you want your feet. Then bring your hands by your chin, take an inhale to prep. On an exhale, pull your elbows towards each other. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, pull back, shoulders away from your ears. Inhale. Big exhale, keep your gaze down. So notice how my chin stays tucked to my chest. That keeps my neck in alignment with my spine. Belly button zipping. So this one's not only good for your upper back, but actually just you'll feel it primarily in the space between your shoulder blades, but you also feel it in your lower back and in your side body. So it's great toning and strengthening all around. 3 more. Inhale down. Exhale, pull up. Strong inhale. Strong exhale. Everything is still besides your upper body. Final one. Then drop to your knees. Hang over the ball. Relax. All right, the last exercise we're going to do with our belly button on the ball is called frog. Now, if frog is too challenging for you, go back to the double leg lifts because they're going to work similar muscle groups. Frog is just a little more intense. So you're going to become top heavy here again. Now, instead of keeping your legs straight with your heels together, you're going to try bending your knees and bringing all 4 corners of your feet together. Squeeze your feet, and as you're squeezing your feet, take an inhale to prep. On an exhale, gently lift your knees up. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. And I shouldn't have said gently. I think gracefully is the word I was searching for. So when we're graceful with this movement, that means it's smooth. And like I said, with the double straight leg lifts, smooth movement, controlled movement, slower movement requires muscle to make happen. So if we've got some really jerky movement going on, that's a lot of momentum. So it's not as effective and not as safe. So think of some graceful lifts and think of grace as you lower down as well. Hang on, squeeze your feet together. We're getting close. Now you might hate me for this, but we're going to try some pulses. So keep your knees up if possible. Now pulse for 10. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze your feet. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 10. You are a rock star. Awesome job. Knees down, relax. Then meet me in child's pose. Once again, big toes together to touch. Knees wide. Roll the ball out. Let your head and chest hang heavy. If you would like to add a little movement to child's pose, you can do some side-to-side rolling. So on your next exhale, roll the ball to the right. Stay on your inhale. Exhale, roll the ball to the left. Keep moving like that with your own breath. Exhale to roll. Inhale, stay. And then once you've evened your sides out, meet me back in the middle. On your next inhale, roll up. Come to a seated position. And we've got one final round of the inner thigh crunches to do. And then we'll call it a day. So bring your feet to the 9 and 3 o'clock position. Squeeze to engage your inner thighs. Hands are planted behind you. Inhale to prep. Squeeze. Exhale, knees in. Inhale out. Exhale, pull in. You can keep rolling or lift and pull for a bigger challenge. Give it all you got. This is our last one. Belly button to your spine. Shoulders back and down. Get into your breath here. Relax your jaw. You've got 4 more good ones. Powerful exhales. Last 2. Final one. Awesome. Find your V-sit position once again, roll out. And then on your next exhale, roll to the side. Inhale here, just like we did in child's pose. Exhale, roll to the other side. Inhale, stay. Exhale, move. Both cheeks, both hips stay planted. One more time on each side. Then once you've evened yourself out, no hurry. Meet me back with the ball at center. Head is heavy. On your next inhale, roll up. And that is that. Awesome job. Thanks so much for joining me. Hope to see you back here on your ball and on the mat very soon.
Thanks so much for tuning in. If you found this content helpful, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Also, if you're wondering how to become healthier, I've created a free masterclass for you that is truly your ultimate wellness guide. It's called Fit and Fabulous for Life: 7 Secrets that'll help you find your healthy living sweet spot. If you're intrigued, you should see a link to it on your screen now. You'll also find a link to it in the description box of this video. Thanks again for tuning into this video, and I hope you'll consider checking out my free Fit and Fab Masterclass.